Procreate Dreams is finally here, and on release day people were quick to notice that there were a few features missing. There was no hesitation, leaving a flood of comments and questions. So in response to the feedback, the developers released a roadmap for what features they're working on and what they plan to add in the future. Being able to organize brushes with drag and drop reordering, adjusting stabilization and pressure response, drag and drop reordering for drawing layers, adding groups, layer masks and clipping masks. Adjustments to app pressure and smoothing will be in the movie settings alongside global stabilization. And Flipbook is getting hold frames, which is going to help a lot. Improvements to painting detail while zoomed out, streaming resource management, updating the bounds of drawings after erasure, and adding a curves filter. Some features were intended to be released with version 1, like destructive transform, selections, and merging. Their highest priority is currently adding transform and selections, merging layers and tracks, group blend modes, and opacity in the layer panel. Flipbook improvements, better video preloading, and real-time playback. They also mention other features like scenes, cameras, and custom easings. Now here's 5 things that are on my wish list for Procreate Dreams. Firstly, I need a more efficient way to colour. This would probably mean adding a bucket tool or continuous fill feature to Dreams. I haven't come across it yet, so if it's already there, let me know. This would then work with something like the reference layer feature from Procreate to fill in the line work on a track beneath. In programs like TVPaint or Blender's Grease Pencil, you can duplicate the structure of a layer with blank frames. So rather than adding them yourself, you can just have a blank copy of your line work frames on a track beneath to colour. Next, I want to tap and hold on the ruler to mark in and out a section of the animation and be able to export that. At the moment, you can only move the endpoint of the animation in hours, minutes, and whole seconds, so it's not currently as precise as I'd like. I'd love a GIF export and to be able to export a video with transparency. Currently, the only transparent export from Procreate Dreams is through a PNG sequence after turning off the background colour. In the roadmap, transform and select tools are being worked on, so I'm hoping eventually we'll be able to highlight multiple frames and move that selection across the stage, or cut and paste a selection to a new track. And finally, the thing that has taken me the most time to get used to is moving frames. I feel like you should be able to select multiple frames and move them without having to group them. At the moment, I'm grouping them, moving them, and then ungrouping to carry on animating or adjusting. There's also another step to this, because when you group frames, it will put it on a new track, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like a tidy timeline, and it just adds an extra step to delete the ones I'm not using. Overall, I do really like Procreate Dreams, and I think it's a great addition to the animation apps already on the iPad. If you want to see my process for animating in Dreams or learn how to animate with it yourself, take a look at this.